All right, good morning, YouTube. This is the second time I've tried to make this video this morning, but I'm trying to do it as I'm heading to rides in between rides. Well, giving a little backstory of where I'm at right now. For those of you who may not know, I am renting vehicles through the program for the rideshare company that I drive through. Long story short, it does make sense financially. We're not gonna go there. I was renting for almost a year through Hertz. I had some issues with billing with them in the past. And in November, I had a minor traffic situation, accidentally bent the wheel on the car by hitting a pothole really bad. My fault. Owned up to it, was paying the deductible for it. That happened in November. They replaced the car with a different car. In late February, that car was on the chopping block to be sold as Hertz is getting rid of a lot of their Teslas. When they went to process putting me in a new vehicle, even though I was paying the deductible for the insurance for the damage, I was told that I was on a do not rent list for causing damage to the vehicle. I find that to be messed up, but because I was paying the deductible and they had made thousands off of me. Also, earlier that same month, I had a blowout in that car, which of course was not deemed my fault, which was good. It was just something that happened because of wear and tear on the tire, which I had brought up in February. I brought up in December actually, that this tire was bad and there were issues with it. The car had gotten inspected at that time. So I was paying extra for premium roadside assistance, and when I needed to use that premium roadside assistance because of a blowout on the tire that I pointed out to them at this inspection was bad, that they ignored, I got charged $200 extra for using the service that I was paying $20 extra per week, $80 extra per month to have. I missed an entire day of work because they could not get me a tow truck in time. So I lost out on money, lost out on one day of essentially access to the rental because of that reason. The car sat in the parking lot while I just waited. Had to spend money on Uber Eats and things like that for myself because I was stuck in a parking lot with the car waiting for a tow truck that never came. After they tried to dispense tow trucks from Kenner, tow trucks from Houston, not good. So I stopped dealing with them in February. Fast forward to earlier this week, actually towards the tail end of last week. On a Thursday night, with my renewal with the current rental company I'm with being on Friday, on Thursday night, I get a notification from my bank that Hertz has charged me $415 right then, out of the blue. And it doesn't make sense because Hertz doesn't have my current debit card. The previous debit card I had, someone tried to use it in a different state to buy DoorDash, and my bank account froze it and everything. So Hertz doesn't have my actual bank account number, they just had an old debit card number. So I don't understand how Hertz was able to bill an old bank account, and I don't have overdraft protection, so that makes no sense because if I only have $10 in my account for some reason, and someone, whether it's me swiping the card or whether it's a service I'm signed up for like Hulu, Netflix, or whatever, if they try and bill my card, if it's more than the $10 I have, it will not go through. So I don't know how Hertz is the magical retailer who can just do whatever they feel like. After calling Hertz couldn't find the charge at first. They give me off to some other number. It is what it is. That didn't work. So I went to my bank. I'm disputing the charge. My bank was even confused about how they were able to bill the old card. So we are now coming up on Monday morning. Yesterday evening, I received emails from the manager of the local branch, reiterating what I forgot to say in Facebook, a DM that Hertz Corporate sent me after reviewing it, after me kind of raising a stink on some of their pages, that it was from sometime in November that there was a glitch in their system and they didn't bill me for a week. Which I'm not sure, because the rideshare company that I drive for was offering 1 free week at some point during that time period, so it could have been that time period. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're trying to double dip, or I don't remember, because it was also in November. So I'm just confused, and I don't really care either, because if you feel that I owe you from November and we're in April, send me a bill, send me a letter. Do not reach into my pocket, especially when it's a car that I no longer have. I find that to be disgusting, deplorable. And the fact that the manager reaches out to me just to reiterate what's going on with their company and ask if there's anything he can do to help. Well, this man was the one who was ducking me about the $200 that I got overcharged, and was no help. I came up there several times in the week or two after the incident, even up until the day that they closed out my account and told me I was on a do not rent list. In fact, they tried to say that, I left the vehicle in such a dirty state, after vacuuming it and washing it and everything, that it was going to need a $200 detail, so we should just call it even. During that time, I never got one flag or, one incident where someone said that the car was dirty. But, hey, it is what it is. They got to do anything they can to not take care of the customers. But here we are. I'm not happy with the situation, and I'm frankly not happy with my bank right now because of it. But we're going to see. I now have to pay back that money to the family member who loaned me money to help me get $400 out of the hole just to get above zero, in a mad scramble to make sure that I could pay for everything to take care of myself for the weekend. And I have done it, but it was really tough this weekend to do all that and still take care of every other thing I need to take care of. So we're gonna see, and I'm gonna publish this video calling out Hertz. You're a multi-million-dollar, possibly multi-billion-dollar company. I'm not even sure. And you're gonna go in my pockets. You're gonna go into something months and months later, whether you feel I owe it or not. Send me a bill. Reach out to me. This is the equivalent of somebody, because you had a past agreement for them cutting your lawn or something like that, walking onto your property and stealing from you to get their money back. I think it's disgusting. All 20 of my subscribers, let me know what you know in the comments. Let me know. Thank you. Like and subscribe.